I said it before. Tank goes to the body like a Mexican.
So Ryan gotta watch out for those body shots.
Watch out for the body shots.
Davis with one big left hand.
If I feel as though you faking it, I want to be the guy to show that you faking it.
It's a resume filled with garish neck twists and stone-cold shutoffs. Yet still, despite one of boxing's most harrowing track records, the ringside rhetorics and social media standoffs for Gervonta Davis continue.
I guess the only one that can really beat Tank is only me.
Gervonta Davis para darme una revancha porque...
Stop dunking me and let's make the fight happen, man.
Let's do this.
Inoue and Gervonta Davis would be a big fight.
And whilst it's hard to tell which threats are genuine and which barks will actually bite,
in my opinion, in his opinion, he can beat each and every one of those guys out there. It's just a matter of us making the fight.
when you're provoking a deadly puncher with mean intentions, you'd better be careful what you wish for.
Tank has the heaviest punch that I've received. Like, he hits like a man.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Tank in his return back to this wonderful sport. Again, everyone's been anticipating his return, and now they're going to get it on June the 15th.
But you did say, you know what? A lot of is built up, and I'm going to take it out on you.
But he's a five-time three-division world champion and the reigning and defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
Approaching his 30th birthday, it's easy to forget that Tank has spent over 7 years as world champion.
There was a lot of people going against us, saying I lack in experience.
He is now boxing's youngest current world champion and the new.
You know, and I showed tonight I'm a dog, you know, and I will continue to be a dog.
And that some of those trademark demolitions and leaping lump hammers are now a decade old.
Growing up, I just knew that if I stay at it, keep out of trouble and things like that, I knew I was going to go far.
Call him the Tank for a reason. He just goes for it and rolls over guys.
And once I won my first national, I knew that I could be something in the sport of boxing.
The winner in the blue corner, Gervonta
Davis! 7 years since Gervonta crossed the Atlantic to demolish Liam Walsh.
I'm just on a whole different level. You know, I feel like. Give us a leg, man. You don't know what round it is when he hits you.
Trying to finish it here, and he puts him down with the left hand. The power of Davis.
5 since he picked apart Floyd's former protege in ATL.
I've faced guys that are bigger, stronger, that have had a lot more experience than he has. I've been able to beat those guys, so he's not bringing anything I haven't seen.
And 3 since he stepped up to make a statement at 140.
He'll find out come fight night, how much, the size difference can make, especially, with two weight classes.
Even though he knocked out Gamboa, but, oh my,
You say I'm great, or I say I'm great, so it's time for me to prove it. I feel as though I got a lot more to improve, There's no limit, but as far as me, I just be whoever they put in front of me.
More recently, Davis's victories that have aged like fine wine.
Even though he didn't get the win, our star was born tonight.
Pitbull Cruz, who has since overcome Gamboa, Ramirez, and the unbeaten Cabrera before stopping Romero in 8.
I read a quote that you said it's going to be Rolly versus a Chihuahua. What do you mean by that?
Chihuahua, poodle. He kind of looks like a pug right now, so yeah, he's a little fat right now.
I completely understand, but you know what? Let him talk, because in the end, he's gonna be the true Chihuahua, and he's the one that's gonna end up crying.
And Ryan putting good use to his 12-month comeback by beating a tough challenger in Oscar Duarte and then dominating Devin Haney in controversial fashion.
On April 20th. Give all that disrespect. Watch. You can't stop it now.
Oh, he's got it right to get it. And
Now, with a ghost on the horizon, but greatness on his mind, Gervonta Davis approaches the apex.
Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him, and I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29.
1 year age advantage for Judy, if you want to call it an advantage. The bottom line is they are both in the peak years of their careers.
You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
Baltimore native and boxing champ Gervonta "Tank" Davis is sent to jail less than a month after he was ordered to serve 3 months of home detention.
And I saw during the press conference you were speaking about, prison, some setbacks, knowing yourself, getting knowledge yourself.
I've been off for a long time. I've been in jail. I've been on a house arrest and things like that. I'm just happy to be back.
But you did say, you know what? A lot of is built up, and I'm going to take it out on you.
Littered with mistakes and bad decision-making, the journey, much like the man to his right at the Tank versus Frank press conference, has been somewhat forgiving for this Baltimore banger.
I won the David Benavidez fight before, I think when he fought Caleb Plant.
And the left now, a left hook, and now Benavidez unloading the left.
And at first I didn't know that, he was one of them guys. So I'm definitely excited to be on a card with someone like him.
This was lit. That's why I like Tank. He's an aggressive dude. He's a mean dude. I'm happy that I could fight, go back to my locker room, and then go change and go watch the fight. That's what I'm really happy about.
And whilst it was a real show of appreciation between Davis and Benavidez, there's no more room for complacency for either man at boxing's top table.
And you just locked in, dog. Like your mindset, dog, like you turn into a man, you turn into a pro, but everybody better watch out. Because now you take raw talent with the approach, the right mindset and approach, eliminating distractions, it's a wrap. That's greatness.
Despite critics looming, a Frank Martin victory sets things alight. So with some of boxing's biggest fights now in touching distance, onlookers eagerly await the finishing chef's kiss to secure an undeniable body of work.
I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, it's the Mad Bomber against the Bomb Squad that has to take apart that bomb.
The first name on the hit list represents an opportunity that slipped out of sight almost 5 years ago.
Ask Floyd Mayweather. He said the kid isn't ready yet for the fight.
And it's not like we ducking or dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible extremely quick because he's very, very old.
In reality, the fight probably wasn't quite big enough to make at the time.
I want to see Lomachenko fight Tank Davis or Mikey Garcia.
And you're such a young guy, but do you feel like you are ready for that type of challenge now?
No, I think I'm old enough, to take on the challenge. I think I have enough skills.
However, recently forcing the towel to be thrown after 11 rounds of punishment,
we're just happy that Lomachenko's back because he is one of the special ones in our generation.
The demolition of a Spartan, a man that had never been stopped, might just swing the narrative full circle for a 36-year-old Vasyl Lomachenko.
You about to wake up the beast.
I think eventually, though, they will want to fight because you will get older, and as fighters get older, they're not as good as they were.
Maybe. I don't know his strategy. I don't know.
And whilst we undoubtedly see a diminished version in comparison to the 2019 Lomachenko era,
When you look at a lot of these five of them on the spin, he made him quit. He made him quit.
the same footwork, movement, and brain power remains.
He was just Loma. He was Loma. That's Loma at his best.
But could he still evade 12 rounds of live ammunition?
But we'll clip his ass inside 6 rounds.
That's a statement, though, because he's never been stopped.
He will be stopped. Trust me.
Still has a lot left in the tank at 36. Vasyl Lomachenko is probably the second best lightweight in the sport right now, behind Gervonta Davis.
Second, Shakur. I don't know.
That's arguable.
Obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Where some claim Loma might have lost a step, the next man in the firing line remains razor sharp.
Straight left hand. Oh, and there's a knockdown!
A slick New Jerseyan with a well-rounded skill set and a point to prove.
Honestly, it's only one fight that is really
the one.
bad. Like, me and Tank, the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens.
I think Tank and Shakur will be an amazing.
They teams may fight before the fight.
A headline-grabbing retirement stint has seen Shakur Stevenson out of action for 8 months, a leaf straight out of the Mayweather handbook.
Everyone is asking me, is Floyd Mayweather coming back? And you just never know, but right now I'm happy on this side.
Shakur's early career was all about cultivating a boogeyman image, but a string of underwhelming performances have seen the 26-year-old stock drop.
At the same time, Shakur keeps telling us that he's has superpowers and he is of the super level. We haven't seen it in a match with a Tank, a guy like that.
However, winning by all means necessary was also a Mayweather trait, one that, if Stevenson can replicate at world level, renders the opinions of critics and bloodlusters obsolete.
I think these dudes is great fighters, but I just feel like when they come down to me, I don't, like, nobody could beat me.
Yeah, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on. And he ran.
I never been hurt. I never been wobbled. I never been buzzed in no sparring or a fight.
Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is the best fighter in the world?
The Japanese fighter is the best fighter.
Shut in there real quick.
Yeah. Mike, Dave, for my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter. Mike, the idea.
Maybe Stevenson versus Davis still needs time to marinate, but if star power is what gets fights over the line,
He got the whole package. I believe so. If you want to say a fighter that got the whole he's one of them.
then a clash with the monster, a man whose power and abilities are traversing weight classes, might be closer and more viable than we once thought.
Tank and Inoue just absurd, or do we have that Manny Pacquiao De La Hoya situation on our hands where you never know?
That fight is not as super ridiculous as you may think that can happen.
Maybe we could see an Inoue fight. I think that would be like a huge fight given what Inoue brings too. An explosive one too.
Oh, and down goes Naoya Inoue.
Inoue brushed off a first-round knockout to stop Neary in arguably his most impressive win to date.
27-0 with 24 knockouts now. That was a 22nd world title fight. Insane.
And despite a lack of English, his fists have spoken fluently enough to captivate the entire boxing world.
Tremendous fighter, like we've never seen before, maybe since Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
Probably better than Pacquiao was.
Dimension-wise, the pair are almost identical, but Tank's much stockier frame and the power that comes with it will leave absolutely no margin for error.
It's over! That's it! No more!
If something like that did happen at 130, what's going to be the excuse? When Tank knocks him out, oh, he moved up 2 weight classes. It's always going to be an excuse. Always.
I mean, yeah, if I can get down to 130 and he can move up a little bit, yeah, that would be cool.
Who's ever willing to step forward next? Step forward. Let's make it happen. It's going to be your biggest payday.
You know, the division is real active. So anybody that can get a fight with a Gervonta after Frank Martin is going to put themselves in position to do a lot. You know what I mean?
With Devin Haney now sideswiped out of Tank's rearview mirror, rematches with Ryan Garcia or Pitbull Cruz are also worthy options.
Gonna rest. Had a great win. Let him enjoy it. And guess what? Ryan's calling all the shots now.
Ryan's new erratic personality seems to have stemmed from his first career L.
I think somebody that is just a little bit more disciplined than me and has a little bit more activity can
give him a lot of problems. But you just got to be careful with Gervonta and play it smart. I didn't play it smart.
Do we see Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis again?
I'm gonna be honest. I think we have to.
You do?
Yeah, we have to.
And even though his latest win over Haney is littered with controversy, it made an enormous shockwave, ensuring a Tank versus Ryan rematch would be even bigger than the first.
I will beat Gervonta Davis worse than I beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney's a harder fight than Gervonta.
I was at the press conference. I asked her, I was like, yo, would you be interested in Tank again?
I don't think Tank's gonna beat Frank Martin, but if he did, he wouldn't fight me because I'm moving up. I'm not doing 140. I'm going 147.
Why can't it be 140? Yeah.
Why can't it be 140?
That's what he said. Would you be interested in that? Or like, nah, we ain't going.
I'll fight him at 140. Let's do 133. I mean 140, and he can hydrate back up to whatever he wants. Sorry, not that 50.
I think if Tank did have a rematch with anybody that he's fought before, it would be Ryan. I don't think it's anybody else.
Pitbull.
Pitbull
Gervonta has always said he'd be open to the Pitbull rematch.
Hey, would he see him again or not?
He's gonna have to face me once again because I have to prove that Isaac Cruz is the best at 135.
And considering Cruz was just 23 years old and going in as a late replacement,
he realized tonight who Isaac Cruz Jr. was. He tried to intimidate him on numerous occasions. He tried to intimidate him at the weigh-in. And all Isaac did was fight harder and almost run him out of the ring. It should be more like Gervonta Rigondeaux, but we'll go with Davis for now.
The experience gained and subsequent stock rise makes him a force to be reckoned with.
Es un peleador que no tiene mucha técnica, pero tiene mucho ímpetu, pega fuerte. Le dio una gran pelea a Gervonta Davis, que parece ser que no quiere una revancha, no lo quiere ver ni tantito ni en pintura. Y creo que
Pitbull, the way he breaks people down is he's just very consistent on doing the exact same things that he's been doing, and it just pays dividend.
Outside of these names, only a jump up to 140 offers greater treasures. Tank stepped up before, back in 2021, against one of the division's biggest men.
With Gervonta Tank Davis daring to be great against by far the biggest opponent he's faced.
And whilst he looked good, chopping Barrios apart with a backflip to boot.
Gervonta Tank Davis sticks the landing in his debut at 140 pounds.
There are still deadlier and hungrier fish in the murky waters.
He said that Gervonta Davis has his respect, that he's a warrior, that he's a smart fighter, that he boxes, he bangs, and he does, business the right way, that he'd love to fight him someday.
Whether it's a standoff with the slick reawakened Honduran or a firefight with the relentless Puerto Rican boogeyman, the likes of Lopez and Matias offer interesting spectacles. But will the checks at this stage be worth the risk?
If you that, you gotta be that. If you not, get the out the way.